Hey everybody, it's Somnior Respiratory Flux. Call me Flux for short, or whatever you want to call me. And in the last episode, we made it here to Zora's Fountain to find that Princess Ruto is missing and apparently inside of this guy. We have to find our way in. And, yeah, that's going to be a little bit weird. What you have to do is, as some of the Zoras will say, offering a fish to him will make you happy. Well, let's see how that works. He is breathing very heavily. Link. Alright then. Wow, that is some powerful suction. Yeah, we're on to the third dungeon of the game, which is definitely a bit different from the last two, to be sure. I'm going to slingshot and bombs, I believe. Okay. First thing you want to do is take out these Octoroks, which... Oh, and the bubbles are also annoying. Octoroks behave just like Deku Scrubs. They will bounce back. You could just bounce back their projectiles. Man, it's been a few days since I recorded last, or played last. So I'm a little bit out of practice. Man, and I'm also unwilling to go through the effort to try and do multiple takes of this because lazy. But anyway, yeah, this is certainly a different take on a dungeon. And it's a little bit disgusting, honestly. Oh, and I believe that's a Zora. Who are you? I am Ruto, Princess of the Zoras. What? Are you saying my father asked you to come here to save me? I'd never ask anyone to do such a thing. Letter in a bottle? I have no idea what you're talking about. My father is worried about me. I don't care. Anyway, I can't go home right now. You, get out of here, understand? Oh no! Well... why don't we just give up and go home? Well, no, we can't can't really do that. Can't really do anything in this room yet. So, despite not really wanting to, we are left with no choice but to follow her. Okay. Well, that's a little bit silly. That's not where the vines, if that's what they're supposed to be, are. Okay. That enemy is annoying. Good thing I made it up here. Don't think we really... Well, actually, I think you can use Deku Sticks or Deku Nuts to defeat those, but for now, you don't really need to do anything about them. Okay. Now, can we actually not roll off the platform this time? Are you still hanging around here? I told you to go away. I'm okay. I've been going inside Lord Jabu-Jabu's belly since I was little, but... okay. Lord Jabu-Jabu is very strange today. There are electrified jellyfish and strange holes around. On top of that, my precious stone was, but that's none of your business. Anyway, you, go home now, understand? No. What's that about a stone? You're that worried about me? No, I'm worried about the stone you brought up. Then I will give you the honor of carrying me. However, I won't leave until I find the thing I'm looking for. You better believe me. Well, that's fortunate because I was I wasn't here for you anyway. Well, I was, but I changed my mind after I met you. Anyway. The enemies in this place are a little bit weird. You don't really have many ways of taking care of them yet, honestly. Your slingshot is, as usual, your most effective way of doing this. Okay, I didn't do this in the most effective order, but you want to get this Skulltula token. There are some pots up here. The real reason you need to do the... Princess? Where did you go? I'm concerned. She just kind of disappeared. Are you back here? Oh yeah, and if you lose her, she'll appear back here and she'll be, how inconsiderate! How could you leave me behind? If you're a man, act like one. Take responsibility. Well, you just kind of disappeared when I raised the water a bit. Aren't you a Zora? Can't you breathe underwater? No. Oh. Also, you can throw her at enemies and do a little bit of damage that way. Basically, you want to throw her up onto that ledge before you hit this switch, which is what I forgot to do. Anyway. Fortunately, this dungeon is a bit longer than the last two, but I still should be able to do it all in one video. Gotta hit these switches, which awfully weird switches, but anyway, you have to use that. You can apparently use bombs. There's a tunnel there that you can swim into that has a business scrub, but I don't believe there's anything else particularly worth getting there. So, what you want to do is wait for... Yes, wait for this... What? Ah. You are the worst. Stop it! Stop it. Get some help. I might as well check just to make sure that I don't miss anything by forgetting to go back here. Yeah, it's just a business scrub. You honestly have no need to worry about him. Oh, okay. And the elevator came and went again. I don't know. This dungeon seems a lot more about inconveniencing the player than anything actually difficult. At least from my perspective. Okay, fortunately Ruto is still waiting for us this time. This platform will actually take us right back up to the room where we came in. And basically, all we have to do is go back to the room where we met her. And now that now that she's not being stupid and running into pits, we can take her into this other room that... Okay, that hurt a little bit. Now that we're here, we can actually do some things. There are those things that are blocking some pathways. The floor actually pushes you along slightly in here, which is a little bit unnerving, honestly. It's like this switch doesn't look like you can press it down with your weight alone, Link. And, well, good thing Ruto is heavy. Anyway. I think that's one of the only places in the game where you actually have anything like that, but... We've got to kill some enemies here. So first, got to lure them out of the floor, which sounds like it would really hurt Jabu-Jabu probably is not feeling very well if enemies are, like, diving into his flesh like this. Yeah, this whole concept of a dungeon is a little bit, I'm not entirely sure how Nintendo came up with this idea. I'm not sure I want to know, but in any case, yeah, this is often cited by a lot of people as one of, like, their least favorite dungeons in the game, especially these days when hatred for a certain later dungeon is somewhat decreased. I will get to that later, but that gets us the boomerang, which basically is like the slingshot, but infinite use, and it comes back to you, and you can pick up things. It is a really good item to have, and it's good that you get it so early in this dungeon, because you use it constantly in this place. Like, you wouldn't even believe. It's like, there's a reason why it's one of the first things we picked up, because you really can't do much of anything else without getting it. See these things all blocking the way? And this switch is blue, which it presses down when you stand on it, but if you get up, move off of it, it will actually, like, reset. And so that's why you need Princess Ruto to come in here. And this thing, Parasitic Tentacle? You need a boomerang to be able to defeat it. Also, even when I was a kid, this looked very suggestive to me. In ways that are honestly very disturbing to think about, so I'm not gonna really bring it up again, and I'm just gonna, yeah, you just hit the weak point a few times with your boomerang, and it will be destroyed. Which is required to move on, believe it or not, as well as just for the chest in here, because those tentacles, when you destroy them, also there's the dungeon map, so we can find our way around a little bit better, which, why is there a map of Jabu-Jabu? It makes sense from a gameplay perspective. Oh, yes, yell at me about how inconsiderate I am, and take responsibility, and all of that, but this doorway is now open because we defeated that red slimy thing. Cut the red tail. So basically there's, okay, and these enemies, you just want to kill these enemies all as fast as you can. Fortunately, there are not that many of them, and no matter what you do, it will, even just running into them will kill them immediately. Those things are not that difficult to deal with, so the timer's a little bit unimportant, but also this room is a bit unimportant because this is just the compass. I won't even let it, the tension is not deserved, but it is still nice to have, I guess. Anyway, but for that tentacle that we cut, there's actually another entryway that we can go through into now. Damn, all the colors in this place are so bright. It's kind of weird. Also, that thing is dead now somehow. Anyway, we need to go into this other side, and this doorway is also open now too, and what do you know? In here is another tentacle. Yeah, this dungeon is a little bit repetitive for the first half of it. It's literally just, there are 3 of these things, and you have to defeat them all, one after the other. And it's just very, yeah, I think that's one reason why a lot of people don't really care for this dungeon, other than just the weird aesthetics of it, is that there's not really all that much interesting about it. You just go through it and clear out one room at a time until you can go on to the rest of the dungeon, and this one is green, Also, there are these jellyfish in here now. But fortunately, one throw of the boomerang will kill them instantly. From a distance, without you having to get close. Okay, I just got smacked by that thing, which is not really a pleasant thing to think about. Okay. The tentacles are not that hard to defeat because they can barely reach you. It's just more so that they hide up in the ceiling. Which... Come on, get down here. Yeah. Link is throwing this boomerang in all sorts of weird directions. Based off the sounds, I hit that as it hit me. Let's just... Okay, it happened again. I mean, I'm not gonna complain. But now that we've done that, we actually have a place that we can go now that we couldn't before. And that is... Okay, that was not the right thing. And I have to bring Princess Ruto all the way back up. Well, but fortunately, there are a few things we can do here. Now that we have the boomerang. The boomerang is also really good because it can get you the Skulltulas way more easily. You don't have to waste seeds on it. You can retrieve the token from up on a wall. I'll get that later. Just mind your own business for a second, Ruto. I'm gonna go into this room, which is never particularly required, but I think there's a Skulltula in here. The only thing that's a little bit There's a lot of rupees here. No, there's no Skulltula. I could swear there was gonna be one in here. But yeah, you just throw the boomerang at those things and it'll stun them. But for now, where'd you go, Ruto? Oh, did she appear back up in this room now that I actually got her up there? Because if so, that's actually really helpful because it's where we need to be. Yeah, this dungeon is kind of tedious. Okay, she appears right back up here. Yeah, she's yelling at us again. But yes, I believe it was this one that was blocked before. I didn't really pay attention, so now that we've fallen here, get in here, we can actually go into that room, which is where we've been trying to get to all this time, actually, because there's not really too many other places we can go that we haven't. Anyway, let's bring her into here and see what's in this room. That's it! That's what I've been looking for! Throw me up there! Onto the platform! Okay. Princess Ruto got the spiritual stone. But why Princess Ruto? Yeah, that's a really good question. Oh my goodness! I finally found another stone! I got very upset when Lord Jabu-Jabu swallowed it. While I was feeding him, he suddenly swallowed me. I was so surprised I dropped it inside. That's very careless of you. But now that I found it, I don't need to be in here anymore. So, take me home, right now! Alright. And then suddenly... Yeah! What is this? An octopus? Okay. And, yeah, this enemy is annoying. A lot of people really hate this particular mini-boss fight. You can stun him with the boomerang, but there's an easy way to... There's an easy way to beat him. I'm just not very good at it. Basically, you gotta chase after him. And there's spikes on the platform, so of course you can't really get too close to it. You gotta throw the boomerang at him to stun him and then hit him in the back. It's kind of boring and kind of annoying and kind of tedious and kind of a lot of things and kind of not the most exciting boss fight, but gotta do it. Fortunately, if he hits you, he just turns around, so you can actually... You actually can just kind of... use that to your advantage and just kind of... Yeah. And then he's dead. Yeah. I guess that's the easy way, is to just let him hit you, and then he turns around and drops enough hearts that you don't really have to do it. It's weird that mini-boss is just so... time-consuming, I suppose? Compared to everything else in this... compared to all the other mini-bosses in the first 3 dungeons, it's way more time-consuming than any of the others. I don't know. Anyway. But, unfortunately, Princess Ruto is nowhere to be seen, so we have to find her because she has the stone that we need, and not because we have to save her or anything. It's like, why would you ever think that? Okay, you know what? There. Yeah, this room is not usually so annoying to me, but it just somehow has been managing to be because I've been so out of practice at the game. You can kill that Octorok to make it a lot less of a hassle, but basically you have to stun that thing, then stun that thing. I always thought of these as weird tongues when I was a kid, which is kind of strange. But everything about this dungeon is sort of strange, honestly. Now, what we need to do is do not miss this jump, because this slides down to here, lets us go into this area, which, again, we're right back at this at the entrance. If you miss that jump, you have to go all the way back up to there, which is a little bit annoying. But anyway, pick up this box, which there's a couple of boxes just randomly sitting here for no particularly good reason, except that you need one to weigh down the switch, because Ruto's not here. And... yeah, we're almost at the boss, but there's one more room, and we can't get into that door yet, so we have to do some investigating in this room, which is... I honestly don't really remember. I was going to say something, but there is a Skulltula in here, which you kind of want. But yes, it's on this side of this wall, so you have to come over here. And this should be the final Skulltula in this dungeon. So we actually have all of the jellyfish? Okay. Not sure how that worked, but... anyway. Should... yes, we have all of the Skulltulas. That little Skulltula mark on the map is proof. You want to target that and throw your boomerang, and it'll go around the little glass wall or whatever that is. And hit the switch, which will open up the boss door so we can go in and fight the boss, which, again, everything about this dungeon has been very weird, so it makes sense that the boss is also going to be weird. We have jellyfish, electric jellyfish, which I'm not sure what that is. That is basically a heart of some sort. Fire electric anemone, Baronade. I don't think that's what an anemone is, but I feel like that's a weird translation thing that they didn't really have, like, honestly. But anyway, cut the 3 tentacles that are holding it to the ceiling. Throw your boomerang at it. Then do that. Attack the middle thing. You can kill the jellyfish things with your boomerang. In this phase, it seems like you actually kind of have to. This whole boss is a little bit strange. You want to kill these things. Fortunately, this boss is... None of the bosses in, like, the child... None of the bosses in these first 3 dungeons are particularly difficult. Once you've beaten all the jellyfish surrounding this thing, you just kind of have to dodge its attacks. Wait till it comes back up out of the floor. Boomerang it again. Get back here. Where are you going? Why does it have so much health? It's taking me forever. Okay. And then it's dead and it grows boils all over itself and then they explode into green goop. Yeah, no, this is kind of disgusting. Just a little bit, but it's also dead. And it drops a heart container, so I'm fine with that, and... Oh, there you are, Ruto. What do you have to say? She looks upset. You're late. What took you so long? You're useless. I was just lonely, that's all. Just a little. Okay. I see where it's going. Anyway, let's get out of here. And now she's staring at us very intently. And pushed us into the water almost. Except she didn't really push us, she just kind of throws. What do you think you're doing? You looked cool. Cooler than I thought you would anyway. Just a little. Well, anyway, you saved me, so I guess I'll reward you. What do you wish? Just tell me. I need the stone. You mean the spiritual stone of water, Zora's sapphire, don't you? My mother gave it to me and said I should give it to only the man who will be my husband. You might call it the Zora's engagement ring. We don't really need to worry about that. Just give me the stone. I need it to save the world. All right. I'll give you my most precious possession, Zora's sapphire. All right. I don't see how that all is necessary to just give me something, but we have done it. We have gotten all 3 of the spiritual stones. You obtained Zora's sapphire. This is a spiritual stone of water passed down by the Zoras. Her most precious possession. You don't know what she's talking about, but you finally collected all 3 spiritual stones. I like how the game just makes it so that you're just totally ignorant to what she was trying to do. Go back to see Princess Zelda. Don't tell my father. Okay. Well, that was a fairly long dungeon, but we managed to beat that in less than half an hour, so I suppose that'll be it for this episode, and next time we will not be going back in there, but instead we'll take care of some things, various things around the world. Now that we have the boomerang, now that we have everything, all of those dungeons, So I will see you then. This has been Somnium Respiratory Flux. Respond, vibrate, feedback, resonate in the comments below. Tell me how you think I did. And see you back here for more Ocarina of Time. May the good elephant guide your way. No, Princess Ruto is not the good elephant.